Hello students, it's Mr. Jacobs here, and I'm glad that you can join me. This video is meant to show you how to operate the classroom so that you can be successful at doing the assignments. We're going to be studying the Young People's Guide to the Orchestra by Benjamin Britten, which is going to be super exciting, I gotta tell you. It's one of my favorite subjects. And we have a very wonderful way of teaching it through Carnegie Hall's wonderful interactive Safari, which I will also show you today. Now, let me click on the big screen so that you can see. Wait, there we go. Okay, so here we are on our website, the classroom. And if you go to where it says classwork, the first thing I'll ask you to do is take attendance. So we're going to click check in, and let me switch to yes. Okay, so we're going to click on, which one is that? So we're going to click on check-in, and we'll view the assignment. And what you'll see here is mark as done, which is what I'll want you to do. You'll click mark as done. It says you didn't attach work. That's fine. You do not have to attach work. You just mark as done. All right. Once you do that, you're done. And then you can go back to the classroom. And the next thing I'm going to show you is the post on musical instruments, just so that you can know which instruments are in the orchestra. So you'll click on where it says musical instruments. Let's see here. Should work. Okay. If it takes a little time, allow it to. It might take a minute for it to load, which is fine. It might take a little bit of time. But anyway, what I'll do is I'll show you there we go. So it should open up, because what I've been noticing is that when I use the Google Drive, it does not allow some of the students an opportunity to have access to it. All you'll do is scroll down, and it goes through all of the different instruments that you have in the orchestra, and sometimes outside of the orchestra. All right. If it takes a little while for it to load, give it time. I'm sure that after a while these things will start to speed up, especially once I have the classroom filled with resources. Okay, so that's that. And then the next thing I would want you to do is I'll ask you to go and look at the Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. That would also be in classwork. And you'll notice that it says Young People's Guide to the Orchestra, so I'm going to click that. And then there is a link. You've got several videos that you can watch that plays you the Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra. And then we've got listening adventures. So when I click this, it'll send you to this website.
The instruments are scattered throughout the wilderness. Gone are the sweet sounds of the symphony orchestra. I've spent the last 20 years of my life trying to find a way to bring them all back together. As fate would have it, I stumbled across the remains of the stage. Now all I needed was to gather the instruments. There was only one person I knew who could help me, who was brave enough, fast enough, and clever enough to join me on my quest.
Hello?
Violet, my favorite niece.
Anywho, what I'll ask you to do is register, and you're gonna create your own secret name. Your name doesn't have to be secret, you can just use your name. I'm gonna use my name, and then my secret password, which is not gonna be that secret. And then I confirm that, which means that you just type it in again. And then you select a hint, what's gonna help you to remember your password. Okay. Of course, my hint answer everybody should know at this point. Can you guess it? I'm sure you could. And then I'll submit and play, and then it's going to, the secret name you chose is already being used by someone else, so you should use a name that nobody else will use. So if you have a very common name like mine, you might want to pick a name that's not that common, or a nickname might work for your secret name. It doesn't matter to me which name you use, because you're going to be the one who's using the game, not me. So I click it. I'm going to add a password again. And unlike some other sites, your password for this site doesn't have to be anything specific. It doesn't have to have numbers or special characters in it. It can just simply be any password that you want. Okay, so I'm all set. Once you've done that, then you can log in. You'll put in your secret name. Like I said, you could use your name if you've got a very cool name, or you can use a nickname would work. I'm using my nickname so that I can get into the system. And then you would submit and play, and then it will ask you what kind of game you want to play. You have a choice between the practice round or the new game, all right? And then you're ready to play. You're all set to get into the game, all right? I'll leave that up to you folks to figure out. And you can, if you need help, you can always ask me. If you need to have a grown-up help you, have maybe your parents help you get on, or maybe one of your older siblings can help you. And that's about it. Oh, sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, and then of course I also have these other videos that you can watch that work you through the orchestra. There's a rubric here for you to follow, and I will continue to add things to the classroom as we go on, and hopefully you will have all the resources you need to be able to do well in this subject and become an expert in the musical instruments. We have plenty of time. There's no reason to rush. This week you don't have to submit anything other than the fact that you have checked in, because we're just trying to get everybody onto the classroom. If you haven't received an invitation from me, you can contact me at ajacobs at PS87.org. I'll say again, ajacobs at p87.org. Should I put it in writing for you? Yes. Of course, this is kind of silly because the only people who will see this will be people who have access to the website. But just in case you have questions of any kind, you will contact me at ajacobsps87.org. And if you see folks, you can always give them the same information. All right, I think I've covered everything. I wish you good luck. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.